Hey everybody, it's just my opinion, Bob, and welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen. Today's video is titled "What's in a Name?" and I think it might be pretty interesting. I'm going to touch on a guitar I demoed a little bit in the past. I want to redo it because it has to do with the subject I'm going to talk about. This is an Epiphone. This is an Epiphone Masterbilt. It's a DR400MCE. The M stands for mahogany. It's the mahogany back and mahogany sides. And it's a Sitka spruce top. The CE means C is for cutaway, and the E is for electric. It has the electronics. It has the built-in electronics in the sound hole, so there's nothing that cuts into the body except for the battery compartment in the bottom, which is what I like instead of that nasty black bag inside. You gotta loosen the string, stick your hand in there. My big old hand trying to get in there, what a mess. Anyhow, this is built in China. And today I have its cousins joining us in the background, as you can see. But this is an Epiphone made in China. And it's an alternative to the DR500. The DR500 was made in the Samick factory in Indonesia. And it's a very good guitar. And I also have one of those, and it's very, very nice. It's one of my go-tos. And all these guitars I've reviewed in my videos. You can just search them and find out. But this one, they came out to try and get a more streamlined model, more affordable, maybe sell more units. I don't know. But it's different than the DR500 in a lot of different ways. Maybe the only similar way is it's got a Sitka spruce top and it's a cutaway. But the fretboard on this is blackwood, along with the bridge. This bridge is blackwood. It's not rosewood, but it's a similar wood, but it has a different color. You can see this is a lighter color. A lot of times I like to oil this with a certain oil that makes it a little deeper, darker. Just looks nice in appearance, but the wood is fine. This is a 2019, and it's held up very, very well. I made a couple notes just so I can show you the difference here. But before I do, for the Epiphone people, for my Epiphone friends, especially my Masterbilt, if you don't know how to read a serial number on an Epiphone, let me explain how it works. The serial number on this is 1904-2201-106. It's a long number. What you do is, with Epiphone, the first two digits are the year, okay? The second two digits are the month. The next two digits are the factory it was built in. And the last digit, string of digits, is the number of guitars that were produced that month out of that factory in this line. So that's how you read the Epiphone number. Once again, the first two digits is the year, second two digits is the month, the next two digits is the factory, and there's you can Google it, there's a code to look for the different factories. Little interesting, the back of this has a sticker on it, and it says made in China, which I believe it is. But when I look at the serial number on this is 22, which means it's made in Korea. So it could be Korea or China. What the heck? It wasn't made in Timbuktu, we can be sure of that. So it's in one of the other factories. But again, the DR500 was always made in the Samick factory in Indonesia. This was made in the Samick factory in China, which are different factories. So this is what they did. You have blackwood for the fretboard, you have blackwood for the bridge. This guitar was not plecked. The DR500s are plecked. This is not plecked. They plecked all the Masterbilts in the Samick factory in Indonesia. They are not plecking them in China. And in case you don't know what plecking is, it's a CNC machine. They load the guitar into the machine. It stands up like this. There's a machine with fingers that comes down. It profiles the neck, profiles the frets, sets everything absolutely perfect. Every single guitar will be like that. They're all perfect. It's no manual labor or somebody trying to adjust. The CNC machine is doing it. The program, once the program's correct, it takes over and you got yourself a nice guitar. It has the open gear tuners on the back. This also has the satin finish compared to the DR400, which has a gloss finish. I absolutely prefer the satin finish. And the other big difference is the thickness of it. At the top here, the top bout, this is a 1/4 of an inch deeper than the 500. 1/4 of an inch might not make much of a difference in the bedroom, but I'll tell you, as far as guitars go, it makes a big difference. 1/4 of an inch all the way around, yeah. And it's 4 5/8 at the bottom. This is much bigger than the DR500. It's much bigger than a lot of the Epiphones. So it has naturally a bigger sound. I believe this sound hole, I didn't measure it exactly yet, but I think the sound hole is the same size. The thickness feels about the same. I haven't measured that either. But just to give you an idea what this thing sounds like, you might have heard it before in one of my videos, but it's nice sounding guitar. This is one of my go-tos. This is a guitar that had a street price when it was brand new of $399 for an all solid wood guitar. $399, all solid wood. And when Musician's Friend and Guitar Center was done with this, and Epiphone was done with this model, they reduced them to $299. So for brand new, for $299, you got this all solid wood guitar that is absolutely incredible. It's a super guitar. So, and again, it's from China, just like all these cousins here. They're all from China, and this is the kind of quality that's coming out of there. The electronics in the DR500. Anybody know? All my friends that know about the DR500 know it has an E-Sonic 2 system where it's 2 different pickups and it's a balancing thing, and it's pretty elaborate. A lot of people hate it, a lot of people love it, so it's up to you. This has an E-Sonic, but it's slimmed down. It's in the sound hole. You have a 2-tone equalization and a volume control, and that's about it. So this is how they cut corners to make it more affordable. But the bottom line is that's a solid build. That's a great guitar. I mean, it's phenomenal. The neck is a little different on the setting compared to the 500. They do a little different. Whoops! Watch out for that mic, Mike. They do a little different job setting the neck. It's still a dovetail glue joint, but it's a different width and a different form on the neck. And again, this is one factory compared to another factory. That model went through a lot of experimentations before they got it right. They called it a D500 originally and then modified it and this and that. And anyways, it ended up as the DR400. So pretty neat. But what I was saying is, again, these are from China. This is people get an Epiphone like this and they figure, oh boy, it's an Epiphone. Well, yeah, let's not make any mistake. Epiphone had these built in the Samek factory in Indonesia, on the DR500. This is built in the Samek factory in China. It's a Samek guitar. This is a Samek. If it said Samek on it, I don't know, would you still think it's great? A lot of people wouldn't. They'd say, no, it's got to say Epiphone, or I don't want. Well, Epiphone put their name on it. They have Samek make it. It's just like the Fender guitars. My Fender Paramount series, my Fender guitars are excellent. It's some of Fender's best guitars, but they're made by Cort. I mean, Fender doesn't set up a factory over there and make these guitars. They're acoustic guitars. They have Cort make them. They're a Cort guitar. Now, You tell somebody, hey, you want to take a look at this quart? I got this quart. No, I don't want to bother with that. Whoever heard, I don't want quart. Well, quart's one of the largest manufacturers. Quart maybe is the largest manufacturer. And then Samick, they're also. And there's just so many factories over there in China now. It's just getting blown out of the water. Everything's coming out of there. Just like these cousins. They're all super. It's hard to find a bad guitar now. Oh, you can still find them. I've had a couple come through this door, but far and few between as it was in the past. So the other thing I mentioned in one of my other videos was the calipers, and you had to do a little math to transform this and that and blah blah blah. Well, this came in the mail. I got this, and this is a digital caliper. It reads it right in numbers, no figuring or no nothing. Hey, look at this. Comes in its own clear protective case, too. How about that? That's a real bonus. But this is a neat caliper. It's a 6-inch, unlike the other one I had, which is a 12, but does the trick for anything you want to measure. So, Timo, $2. And, no, actually, I'm sorry. This was AliExpress because it was free shipping, too. So, jump on it if you need one of these. I think that's what I wanted to cover. I just wanted to stress about the name. Don't be thrown off by a name. It could be Li Ho Fook. Who cares if the guitar works? If it's a home run, doesn't matter what that name is on it. Martin's having guitars made down in Mexico. They're having more and more guitars made in Mexico because they're doing a good job. They're putting out a good product. I mean, Martin's not going to let them put out a piece of junk, but they're affordable. There's corners being cut, just like there was in this Epiphone model I showed you. It's no comparison to if you want to look at the extras and the money that was put into it, like the plecking and that. I mean, go to Sweetwater. If you want to have your guitar plecked, I think the current price is $200. And the DR400 came plecked. All the Masterbilts came plecked from Indonesia. It's tough to find them plecked now. So you got to rely on Willie or who's ever working on them at the time to set the frets right. So I guess that's all I wanted to say today. So I just wanted to show off the cousins. And like I said, you want to look at a review on any of these, just check out my videos. They're all on there. But that Epiphone is a winner. That and my DR400. And like everything. So don't be thrown off by a name, okay? I'll talk to everybody. And did I say today was February 23rd? Well, it is. Talk to you later.